So, let's go to level of confirmation for 1978, level playing field for how I paired outside records. So this way we we disarm whatever all area stupid is hanging on to some court representative like this, as if this is the fucking people's court. This is people's execution. So I don't know why you're moving so fucking slow and why you believe so many of the fucking people, but whatever. So it's your funeral, not mine. Here's the thing. Zodiac Life programming. Yeah? Good. It exists. It's what keeps the science and the people moving. It keeps a collective consciousness record. It's tied to my organ being the appendage. We used to call it, what do we call it? Climate, interchange, atmosphere, something like that. I mean, it's me and him. It's right, you climb your mate. That's where we got climate from. I mean, for the primates, him and I being both prime, and depending on which atmosphere we're in, it depends on what modus operandi. But here we are in interlink with human all area conscious down, still collecting everyone's conscious as we go, but they're a real fucking problem. So I know that the problem stems somewhere between the L and the I, between my C and my M. At some point, like with having one area down in London, a whole bunch of fighting, the mispatriotizing a map and saying that they have a kingdom, which they don't. They separated away from the Holy Cat Church, which is the Catholics, right? Okay, so they decided to be protests of the Catholics, so they decided to go lick their own sphincter and put themselves in London and gave out a map and misadvertised to everybody that Elizabeth was queen. They had their own protesting church. What are they protesting? They're protesting the kingdom of heaven and the only bloodline of Christ. Oh, you're fucking retarded. We're the only ones that keep you safe, stupid. Oh my God, we really are all areas down. Okay, so here we are. Elizabeth's on the field over there. All areas smart, which would be my, whatever I call them, my protection unit, and I still have to protect the people and battle the fucking royal pains in the ass that sit themselves there. I don't even know what royal even means. They have some kind of like symbolic whatever. They walk around in a Flintstone cape. They walk around with some kind of stick and some kind of pointy shiny hat. She has no blood running in her veins that are interlink and that are Christ-like, and the climate atmosphere is she doesn't pass. She doesn't pass go. So I don't understand why she's still fucking breathing. But to all area elsewhere, as the bloodlines come back, I mean, you can always calculate it out if you're on home team advantage, being like, you know, wherever I stay when I'm not full figured in a dysfunctioning junction simiant to simulation. I mean, this whole fucking simulation is broken. Right, so here we are in... Let's see, what else must... I mean, I really don't have to say any of this. I just don't understand why the good people aren't living and coming for me, and why they're not mowing through all of the public people that got involved, the pubics. Right, that didn't need answers. They don't need to know anything. It's collective consciousness of how horrible humans are, where the disadvantaged are, who's at fault, how quickly I can get my diagnostics team out in order to eliminate any of the threats to national security, which is my personal security, and anything that is unsecure within the climate atmosphere, being the interlinked system of Zodiac Life and Zodiac programming. The facially disformed are the biggest disfigurement. So they've got not only the most distinguishable characteristic of disfigurement on their face, their personality, and let's see, they've also totally distorted and disfigured the global climate with lying to everybody, making themselves as if they're royal, which they're not. I mean, why would I ever want to come back like that? It's broken genetics. I don't want to act like that either. So, if it gets genocided or never exists again on this playing field of being human, I'm okay with that. I don't really need it around my children if it's going to become hazardous and haphazard and cause real area threats and concerns, which is where they're at before I was born. Why you all keep thinking like this is a game of like, oh, she's going to toss us something and then we'll all decide together which a la carte item from the caterer we're going to cater to. This is not like a TV fucking game show, assholes. I told you exactly what I fucking needed, who's at fault, and how to fucking get to them, so this way we fix it as quick as possible. Why are you like thinking like you in all area down and stupid have a fucking choice anywhere in the world? Yeah, it's a little confusing as to why you humans are so fucking ignorant and why you don't come to get me knowing that I'm the organ. My voice commands, overrides, and overwrites whatever stupid shit you're doing on the back end. But the longer you let the fucking enemy continue to investigate, research, you realize they're gaining grounds in your genetic database that I'm trying to effortlessly, like, repatriotize and reword over verbally, so this way I can still protect the whole catering company and the factory level for your complete insulting behavior towards me and NICKLAUS and incessant like need to ask questions and then not move in action that's actually useful and helpful. So, what do you want me to say to you? What's gonna be the fucking magic word and what's gonna be the magic spell that makes you fucking move fast enough to come get me? It's June 15th, 2020. It's around 3 p.m. I'm still fucking waiting. Why? Who's at fault? Who's to blame? And how quickly can we kill them? Print out a target list and go. It's a permission slip. What more? I have arid world I have to protect. I used, this is urban development that I told you ahead of time that I fucking hated. I hated the idea of an urban community. Made no fucking sense. It was going to be the wheel committee. Like, oh yeah, the circle? I'm going to reinvent the circle. I'm going to paint it a different color and I'm going to sell it to my friends. And then we're going to have a contest about how many friends I can sell my color wheel to. I mean, it's all fucking down and stupid and just getting more dangerous. So this urban development was a really bad fucking idea. 1960s in Queens, it got even fucking worse. Cattaruzza bought in to Bayside just so this way we had a one point of reference on the proper street, whatever. Not heading in any proper direction, but whatever. So here we are we had that, and then I moved to Garden World, GARDENWORLD, on 3 Glen Way in Cold Spring Harbor, New York. That's where we stayed for the duration until he lost his Douglas Bremen stock brokerage firm. He had some broker or trader or whatever in Connecticut, and he traded some blue sky law out of whatever. He didn't have a license there. He didn't renew the license, a state license. I don't fucking know. I don't pay attention. It doesn't fucking matter. And so then he lost the house, the business, and he's been absolutely fucking useless ever since. He got a few bucks. He was in Trump Towers for a while, renting out as WCN, Worldwide Corporate Network. They were doing some kind of like podcast, stupid show of nobody gives a shit. And then the .com era thing happened, World Trade Towers, and then he lost his shit again, and then he's been working out of all areas stupid from home, not making a fucking dime, and just wasting his life as usual. So that's all Area Lou, non-importance. So we went from urban development that I fucking hate on Sesame Street, which was going to be where the Asian invasion was going to happen. Oh, that was the other thing. the Asian world, like, you know, the Down syndrome, the facially and radically deformed of Indo-Asia area, right, the sphincter, right, Mongols, right, the Mongol ID, the idiocy, right, that whole area lost its position on security clearance. It had broken in. I had let my skins that I speak with and allow to know Zodiac programming to help keep security in their area, what was going on. So it was like a full team effect that everybody was on the same page against the problem, right? I don't understand how the problem grew so significantly. And then when I was born and they figured it out that the one bloodline came to a head, so it had to be one kid. It should be easy enough to break into her genetic house. They did, and then they lied to everybody, and they said, like, we'll pay for it once, you know, you figure it out. But they were stealing it anyway. They stole it, then they figured out how to clone some part of it, and then now we have all area problems with lines of communication, numbers, all sorts of things. It's still Life Zodiac programming. They don't have a U.S. patent. They don't have U.S. clearance. They have no U.S. protection. I'm not harboring or harnessing any kind of terrorist organization. So that's why I don't understand why you can't fucking clean anything up. I mean, ISIS isn't a terrorist. They stand with me. It's anybody who stands against me that's a terrorist. Those are the ones you can fucking kill immediately. What do you not understand? Clear and present danger to myself and to the Zodiac programming system.